Hi Kenneth, your video on guilt and suicide got me thinking about the complexity of depression and what are considered its causes. So I'm not addressing all of the points that you raised in your video, but I'm addressing also what I think might be misleading concepts from others which you're responding to, and so that made me curious how much stock you put into those concepts because I couldn't tell from your response. The causes of mental illness are unknown and so are considered to be a combination of environmental and genetic factors. Depression is just a term for a combination of symptoms. No one emotion is the cause of depression, and emotions in general are not causes of mental illness, but are symptoms of mental illness. It is environmental and biological factors causing emotions and other features of mental illness, including psychotic features, which are the causes of mental illness. For example, a man in a store publicly humiliates his two teenage sons. They are unkempt, shoelaces untied, and shoes falling off. With heads down and stumbling almost like infants, one of them looks up and his eyes are very sad, and the other keeps his head down the entire time. Would their emotional response be the cause of eventual depression or other mental illness? No, it would not be a cause. The cause would be verbal, psychological, and emotional abuse, which are environmental, and possibly a genetic predisposition or genetic cause to the biological malfunction and response, which are characteristics of the illness but not causes of the mental illness. There are important distinctions to understand between shame and guilt, and I will link below June Tangney's discussion on her research and findings into the differences in experience and dynamics of guilt and shame over time. And you mentioned guilt overwhelming the will, and I think that more a function of shame than guilt. But I think either way, it seems acknowledgement of mental illness as disability, which I think is important. And I think that medication works because it is a chemical correction which supports the therapeutic process of challenging old ways of thinking and the social conditioning from environmental factors which are the cause of the illness. And so I think this is evidence that recovery is possible. So I'd appreciate any comments or thoughts or video response. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're well.